This construction is a little bit more challenging than normal. This construction is going to be, given a triangle, construct a circle inscribed in the triangle. So first we'll start by drawing a triangle, and I'll just use a fairly equilateral triangle, although it might be better if I did a scalene triangle. This is basically the same on all three sides. Okay, so here's triangle ABC. What I want to do is I want to construct 3 angle bisectors. I only need 2, but constructing 3 is a good idea. So 3 angle bisectors from the 3 vertices, and find their intersection point and use it to create a radius that will inscribe a circle for me. So I'm going to start by drawing the angle bisector for point C, angle C, And so I'm going to choose a nice easy radius like 50 centimeters. And as I do all of this construction, I'm going to make sure as I use my compass that I'm always pulling away from my center, because there's enough of a wiggle here that it's going to matter as I go. So now I'm going to go to that mark, and I'm going to mark 50 out here, and I'm still pulling away a little bit. Uh-oh, that moved a little bit. I'm going to do this again. Okay, so I kind of made that bigger so I could tell which one it was. And so now I'm going to draw a 50 again. So now I can see where they cross, and I'm going to draw the angle bisector that starts at point C and goes through that intersection. And I tried to get it where I thought it was meant to cross. Okay. Now I'm going to go to angle B and construct a bisector here. 50 was pretty good, so I'll use that again. And then I'll go out to those intersections and draw some arcs that are 50 millimeters out there. Remembering 50 millimeters is 5 centimeters, so just kind of keeping that in mind for when I'm doing measurements later on. Now I've got point B, and I've got another intersection, and that's pretty good. So if I do the angle bisector for angle A, it should cross where those 2 angle bisectors have crossed. We'll see what happens here. This is a good reason why you should do this construction in pencil, because it's not easy to do. So I take 50 and I make a mark, and 50 and I make a mark. And from those, I'm going to make another mark out here. And I'm just using 50 because it's just right where I can see it and it's easy to remember. Okay, so I'm holding this really securely, and I'm still pulling slightly as I go. So there's 50. There's where they cross, and there's point A. And I'm just going to draw right up through. And that is pretty accurate. I'm pretty happy with that. So now I identify this point. I'm going to call this point O. And you should kind of know that O represents a special place. O is the in-center of the triangle. That means that it is the point from which you can inscribe a triangle. So I'm going to take my compass from point O, and I want to construct a perpendicular to segment BC, or any side of the triangle, but that's the way I've got my paper sitting, so that's what I'm going to do. My center is on point O, and to construct a perpendicular, I want to make the smiley face. So I'm going to use 50 again. It's done well for me so far. And I'm going to put this compass on those intersections. And I'm going to find my 50. And it's out here somewhere. and I'm going to move over to the other intersection that I created. And I've got my 50 going on. And so here's their point of intersection. So now I'm going to draw the perpendicular from point O to there. You want to be really careful. Notice that I don't want to just extend this angle bisector, because then I would be off by a little bit. Instead, I'm right here, and now my distance from point O to the side of the triangle is my radius that should touch every side of the triangle as I connect them, as I draw a circle. So I've pulled this a little bit out, and that's at 31, 32, 33. So as I draw my circle, it should just touch the outside of the triangle all the way around. So it should just inscribe inside the triangle. And it looks like it has done it successfully. Really close, not quite touching there, just barely off, but this is a very accurate circle inscribed in a triangle. So there you go. Circle O inscribed inside triangle ABC.